Hey folks, it's Captain Chandler with your police department and Richard Frankich. We're here with your weekly update of what occurred here within the department and the city for the past 7 days. Thankfully, it's been quiet. The past couple of updates has been very quiet, and we have another update for you, but it's a quiet update. There's really not much that's been going on. Things are staying calm in the city. Crime is low, and that's what we like, right? I would hate for us to have to get on here and talk about a bunch of crime. So if you're joining, tell us hello. Let us know you're here. I see Georgina chiming in with a good afternoon. She has her selfie picture. I believe that's Ruger there. Ruger is a miniature horse that frequents Rutland Elementary and different events throughout our community. You like Ruger, but just chime in. It's good to see everyone. And Rich, how's your day going?
Going good. It's been a not terrible bad day today for a change.
Not terrible. Well, that's good. I hope you don't have too many terrible days. Right?
No, not that many.
Yeah, not that many. I wouldn't think so. You got Darren chiming in, and Darren does a lot with our planning commission. Appreciate all that you do, Darren. And then we got Rob Gallagher, one of our reserve officers with a Go Cubs. So that's your fan, right, Rich? Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome stuff. Let's hear about it. What happened this week?
All right. So this week we're covering July 21st through July 27th. Getting right into the numbers, we had 913 police calls, 71 fire calls, 20 crime reports, 70 arrest charges, 495 traffic stops, 227 citations, 22 non-injury crashes, and 2 injury crashes. Those crash numbers are coming down just a little bit, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, man, that's really low for a while. What, just 24 crashes in the past 7 days? Our officers are after it. We would much rather people just drive safe so we didn't have to stop and issue citations, right? But you can see they've been making traffic stops and issuing citations. And citations do change driving behavior. And their main focus has been the distracted driving type violations, such as holding your cell phone up as you're driving down the road. So be super careful, put that phone down, pay attention, and go the speed limit, wear your seatbelt. You probably don't have to worry about getting stopped or a ticket through town. But glad to see those crashes are a lot lower. That's very good to see.
And then getting into the crime reports, we had 6 frauds, 5 family disturbances, 3 property damage, and 2 each burglaries, harassments, and trespassings. And on the arrest charges, 21 driving on suspended or revokes, 17 simple possessions, 10 no DLs, 6 warrants, and then you see the rest of them there. So some good proactive numbers there at the top as usual.
Yeah, very proactive, and that's something we have to do for our community. Our officers are very proactive. The majority of individuals arrested in our community do not live in the city. They are just here passing through or trying to commit crime in our community. When our officers are proactive, they can intercept that criminal element, keep them out of the city, go elsewhere. Let's keep our community crime free. And that's where you see all the different violations that pop up. Because that's just their proactive activity. They're finding those traffic violations, they're making those stops, and they're finding folks driving around with no license or with drugs on them, with warrants as well, and some may make that poor choice of driving while under the influence. But glad to see all the hard work that they do every day.
And then neighborhood and traffic enforcement efforts. Belinda Parkway, Timber Trail, Jackson Hills, Cedar Drives, Silver Springs, the Providence neighborhoods, Baird Farms, Park Glen, Hickory Hills, 80 stops, 36 citations, and 4 arrests. And you got school zone traffic enforcement on there. It'll be starting back up here pretty soon. I'm sure we'll be talking about that today.
Mm-hmm.
And then getting into the Guardian Shield statistics. Top 3 that everyone really likes to hear is the stolen cars. We're at 126 recoveries. Stolen plates, 57 recoveries, and wanted persons, 84 arrests ever since the program has been in place.
Wow. Amazing. Hey, school is already starting back next week. Summer has flew by, and we just got to get our mindset back on to students back in school. I think they just go back earlier and earlier every year. May just be my mindset, but it doesn't seem like they get much of a summertime. But school is back in session. They start back Monday. The bus will be out traveling on our roadways. There'll be children at bus stops. Children will be walking to and from school for those that live near that area. And of course, we'll see extra congestion with car riders being dropped off in the morning and afternoon. So you want to be mindful of that. Speed limits around school zones will be reduced because of the active activity, and then there'll be students waiting for the bus and crossing guards out there directing traffic. So pay attention, be mindful of all that is taking place, and definitely keep an eye out for the big yellow bus. We enforce this pretty significantly every year, where we will follow buses and be around their different drop-off locations to try and prevent people from driving through the stop bar or stop arm of a bus, driving past them when the red lights are flashing as they're loading or unloading students from the bus. And every time we make that stop, the motorist says they never saw the bus. They know the law, but they didn't see the bus, so that's why they didn't stop. But here is the law, in case you don't know it. If there is a bus and it turns on its red flashing lights, you cannot pass it if there is pavement all the way across the roadway. That's the easiest rule of thumb. If there's pavement all the way across, you have to stop. So if you're on Lebanon Road and the bus activates the red lights and you're on the opposite lanes of travel, you have to stop because there's pavement all the way across. The only way you don't have to stop if you're approaching a school bus from the opposite direction is when there is a grassy median or a barrier between the different lanes of travel, those different directions. And we have roadways like that. Golden Bear Gateway would be one, and parts of Belinda Parkway is one as well, where the opposite does not have to stop because it does have a grassy median. But there is the law for you in illustration listed up there. The street marked A would be like Division Street. The street marked B would be similar to Lebanon Road or Mount Juliet Road, and the street marked C would be similar to Belinda Parkway and Golden Bear Gateway. We just want folks to be safe. The biggest rule of thumb truly is just pay attention, just to know that bus is there with the red lights flashing and to stop. Watch for the reduced speed limits. If you see the flashing yellow school zone beacon, to reduce your speed. But the biggest thing, again, I keep harping on this because every time we stop someone, they either didn't see the school zone lights activated because they weren't paying attention, or they never saw the school bus red lights activated because they weren't paying attention. But Wilson County is back to school Monday, and best of luck to all the students starting off their new year. It's always an exciting time, and to just be patient as the traffic congestion works itself out, as everyone gets used to the new pattern next week. We'll be out in force, our police officers monitoring the traffic, looking at areas where we can help or give suggestions about changing some things to keep traffic flowing well. But we're just looking forward to it. I'm sure the kids aren't. I know I never looked forward to going back to school after summer break. Rich, what about you?
I never used to really enjoy it much either. I was a big fan of summer break.
Yeah, I love summer break, and it was always that week before school starts back. It's like, man, I got to go back. But it all paid off, right? We got our education, Rich, and paid off, and it's definitely super important is for kids to go to school. So just like we did, we got packed up, went to school, and just enjoyed it for the whole school year and make the best of it. When did y'all start school in Chicago, Rich?
Back when I was in school up there, we didn't start back till early September.
Gotcha. And then here, it used to be early September when I was in like elementary school, but as I went through the grades and things changed, it started to be at the end of August when I would go back here. August 1st is pretty early. Good deal. We'll take any questions if you have anything. We're always open to those questions. As you type those questions in the comments, Rich is going to talk about the weather a little bit.
Yeah, so we're still looking at some more rain through the weekend yet. National Weather Service put out an update a little while ago, a couple hours ago, I suppose, saying that some of these storms through tonight and tomorrow have a slight chance of getting severe. They haven't made it too big of a prediction on severe weather yet, but they're saying a slight chance of severe weather through the weekend. So we'll definitely keep y'all informed if it gets to that point. But the temperatures are looking pretty good. We're not expecting to get back into the 90s until middle of next week. So temperatures are not terrible, but that rain's going to get us. We needed the rain. We definitely did. But like one of my favorite meteorologists on Channel 5, Bree, says, we needed to turn that faucet down just a little bit.
Right. Our prayers go out to like Kentucky and the St. Louis area. They have some serious rain, some serious flooding, and where lives have been lost, a lot of property damage. And, we've been through those type of flooding situations around our community with Waverly, with the large Nashville flood. And, our prayers just go out to them. It seems to just happen quite often. But yeah, Rich, I don't see many comments. Looks like it's a short live for us.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, good stuff, folks. Have a wonderful weekend. Be safe. If there's anything that you need, you know who to call. Just give us a call. And if we need to let you know something, we'll be texting you through our MJ alert system. But everyone have a wonderful weekend. To all the students, head back to school. Good luck. Hope it goes well. Enjoy it while you can. Because when you're Rich and I's age, you look back at school and you think, man, it wasn't that bad at all. So be safe out there, everyone, and take care.